Now we'll see the regex part, excuse me. So regex is also called REs or regex pattern, this is available in Python through the RE module. What is the basically regex? Regex is a sequence of characters that form a search pattern, and using this pattern you can specify the rules for a set of possible strings that you want to match or you want to search, and this set of strings might contains English sentence or email address, and if you work in a localization, you want to convert different language, and there's a lot of search pattern, so you can use the regex in that case, and there's plenty of places, basically if you want, whenever you want to work with the strings, the regex comes very handy, and each language has their own way of regex, C sharps and Java and Pythons, other languages. They have their own way of making conditions, so here is the meta characteristic, you will see a lot of times, whenever you want to search something, for a string, you want to do those with those characters, some stuff, you can make a condition, so they have their own meanings, each of the characters has their own meanings, what it does. So whenever you use those, you see, whenever you use the period, it used to match in a single character, so except the new lines, whenever you, excuse me, and whenever you see the caret sign, that's also used to check if the string start with certain characters, let's say if I use the character ABC, if I have a string ABC, that means I have one match, because the condition is is used to check if the string start with a certain characters, certain characters, so here you see the BS is no match because it starts with the B first, and here you see ABC one word and ABC another word, so there's a match there, starting with the A. Here is no match as well. So same, whenever you see the $sign, this symbol is used to check if a string ends with a certain characters, and caret is the start and dollar is the end, certain characters. So $A, so here is a one match because at the end there's A there, but here's at the end of the Y, so no match, So the $sign, this symbol is used to check to match 0 or more occurrence of the pattern left to it, which is saying that whenever we see it has a cab, so A, B, there's one match because there's a one pattern left, the B there, and here is no match as A is not followed by B, because there's after A, it should be, my character is like a cab, B should be there after A, but here is the end, so there's no match there, the plus is used to check one or more occurrence of the pattern left to it, one or more. Here is a 0 or more, here is a 1 or more, some the condition, there, so you need to remember this, it's very hard to remember, so the best thing would be, my recommendation is to write a cheat sheet, and put it in front of you, so it'll be more easier, to do when you are working with the regex, and the same with the question marks, it's just saying the question mark symbol is used to match 0 or 1 occurrence of the pattern left to it, it's more similar to the $sign, and the brace is to check a repetition of the pattern left to it, example A, B. This means at least has to be A certain times and at most B repetition. So what I'm saying is, let's say B 2, 3, so B has to be from at least 2 times and at most 3 times. So A, B, C, B, C, A is a no match, because A is there's only once, and here, so B is only once, here B is only once, no match there. But here you see A, B, B, A is 2 match, two characters there, so one match there. And here there's it's only one, like, so here you can see there's first two times, and here is the three times, like, so two match there, like, so this is basically whenever you see the brace, and if there's a condition there, it has to be at least two and at most three. So here's at most three times, at least two. And the bracket, why the bracket is used, like, is set of characters is used, you want to match, like, bracket is used to specify a set of characters you want to match, like, let's say I use the bracket inside the bracket ABC, so I have A there inside the bracket, like, so one match, AB two match. How are you? Here is only, can you see there's only one A there, so the one match there, like, so whatever the inside the bracket, whatever the strings, and you want to match certain string, like, then it will give you the number of match. And you can also specify the range, like, using inside the bracket. So basically A dash E, which with this sign, like, which means, like, it's same saying, like, A B C D E, like, instead of writing these, you can write A dash E, like, same with the number as well. And another thing, like, you can skip, like, certain characters, like, inside the bracket using the caret symbol, you see, which I'm saying, like, not include, like, and that means, like, using caret symbol at the start of the square bracket, which is means that any character except, so basically inside the bracket A B C D, that means any characters except A B C D, like, inside the string, like, if I want to. And same here, like, the numbers, that means any non-digit characters I want to skip, like, those characters. And the \/ is used to skip characters including all meta characters, like, I mean, whenever you use the \/ even you can skip those brackets and stars and question mark, all the meta characters, like, and alternation, which is one sort of the or, like, it's also or, it's called also all operator, like A or B. So E F G, no match. A D, there's a one match. A C B D, there's a three match there, like either B, either A. So alternation is just a straight line, like, vertical line. You can see also or, like, and what you use a group, like, for the sub pattern, like, so example X or Y or X, sorry, it should be Z. So and ABC, match any string either X or Y or Z followed by ABC. So I'm saying inside the string, like, you can match either any of these, has to be followed by ABC. So X, Y, ABC, there's a no match, and because there's a gap there, like, in the string. And here is the X, Y, ABC, is no gap, there's a followed by ABC. So either X, either Y, either any of them, like, here is a one match, two match there, like, so. And so also there's some other characteristic, like, which you can has their own meanings, like, whenever you use, like, \A, which is the match if any specified characters are at the start of the string, and small b \, beginning or end of the word. So here's a at the start of the string, and here is saying, like, character at the beginning or end of the word, like, same with the capital B \, is opposite side of the small a, just saying are not at the beginning, like, if you use the small v, which is saying at the beginning or at the end, and I'm saying if I use the capital B, which is saying not at the beginning or not at the end, like, and the D with the digit, like, decimal digit, like, and same small d and capital D, and S used for the white space, like, if there's any white space, like, and capital S of the non-white space, and there is a small letter, like, W, and capital W, like, match with the alphanumeric characters, like, so. And this is a very important website, like, so if you want to get a more deep down, like about the Regex, and you can practice yourself, all the patterns, it will give you all the tutorials and all the documentation what exactly is meaning, go to that website regex101.com, you'll find plenty of helpful hints in over there, so what we'll do next, we'll go through example, and writing some Python code, and we will use those meta characteristic and special sequence, how you can use, and Python has the RE module, so whenever you use the RE module, there's special method as well, special function as well, so we will see all of them, now we will see the example, with all the meta characteristic, how you can implement all the conditions, so first we will do import the Python module, and once you import now, so let's say we write a text, programming, and copy this line, and we're going to, so basically what I'm saying is a period is used to match any single character except new lines. So if you want to find out, let's say Python, so result, what you can do, so we put the RE dot, we'll use the find all method, so you see the find all, first one, and so we're going to do patterns. We want to, let's say I want to put py, and then I want to put that dot in the period sign, so th and then on, so I'm looking for the th, so basically the single character with the one dot is a t, and this dot means a h, so I want to find out this, and from the string will be the text, so, and now if I print the result, it will give me the full word, Python. So I'm just going to make it bigger and run the program. So you see the Python, so why the period is used? A period is used to match any single character, so I'm giving the condition, so the find from that string what's in between this py and on, so this dot will bring th, so this is how you can use the dot, so next we'll see the caret symbol, the caret symbol is used to check if a string starts with certain characters, so how can you do it? Let's do it now. Let me show you how you can do it. So basically you want to check if the certain string start with a certain character, so we have we imported a RE module, so we have a text here, Python programming, so we can do it in we can do it here or in here. We'll go in here, we can do it here, okay. Result, so RE dot find all the pattern, I want to check the caret sign and the Python. I'm asking is the string starting with the Python, the character, and then with the text, and we'll see the condition here, okay. So I'm saying if third result is string start with Python or else. Okay, different. Different character. Excuse me. So I'm going to if I run the program now. Yes, the string start with the Python, like So I'm saying that if I use that condition, like caret symbol, and I'm asking, is this the string starting with this pyth in Python, So because the condition is the caret symbol is used to check if the string start with a certain characters, like so it's starting with a p. That's like so yes, string starting. So the next two we'll see dollar sign, like why the dollar sign is used, like the condition. So dollar symbol is used to check if a string ends with certain characters. So it's the same, basically the same concept goes with the pattern, which will put the end, like oops, dollar sign and text. So I'm just going to copy this and change from there and comment this. I run the program now. Now it's end with the different characters. So let me check what happened. So what do we need to do here? Because the condition is the dollar symbol is used to check if the string ends with the certain characters, like so because here is our the string in Python programming, so it should be end with the programming, like I put the Python, so we'll put the programming should be Python, and we'll run now. Before that we'll just comment this, and if we run the program and to the condition, yes, the string ends with the programming, like so this is how the dollar condition it works. So next we will see we'll see the star condition, like how you can use. So what we'll do, we'll copy our initial text from here, and so it'll be easier to see, like the pattern, which will be, I'm saying, like check the star, the end character, like and the string is the text. So what I'm saying is it will set 0 or more occurrence after py dot, like how many ends there, like whenever the last end will stop there, like so if I print the star result, it will see it will stop in with n here. Python excuse me, programming without G, like so let's say if I want to use just O instead of N, so it will stop in here. See the last O here. So the Python programming, so if I start with the M, so stop in here. So 0 or more occurrence, like so this is how you can use like a star condition, like next we'll see the what else after star, the plus. Okay, plus condition we'll see. So we'll do just right. Example 5, the plus condition, like so let me show you how you can write a program for the plus condition, like you can say it is similar to like a star condition, like here is saying 0 or more, and I'm saying here is a 1 or more, like so just copy all of these and paste it here, and instead of a star result we'll put a plus result. the result in here, and instead of start here with the plus sign. So if I run the program now, it will give me this is a plus symbol is used to match one or more occurrence left of the pattern left to it, so it will stop in here. So just going to I'll come on this one for a while, let me run again and see the Python all the way in here. So if I just run same put at the end there, it will go all the way to the Python programming, at the end. So if I just do the H, it will stop in here. Outlet row, PYTH, because after that there's no H anymore, so it's just found only one and stop here, so this is how it's all clearly says the condition, so just need to implement those condition on the programming, so the next after plus what's at the meta character is we'll use the question mark. Okay, right, we'll see now the condition with the question mark, so what we'll do, we'll just copy from our previous results and paste it here and change a few things here. So the plus result with the question results. And instead of these we'll put the question mark. Okay, and if I do, let's say PY, start with the PY characters, and then I'm putting the N at the end. So I'm saying, let's say to match 0 or 1 occurrence, 0 or 1, it's the condition 0 or 1 occurrence of the pattern left to it, the result will be basically 0, if I run the program it will be 0, because there's no match there, PYTHON is not a 0, not even 1 match, if I put another text here, let's say text banana as an example. Okay, and if I just minimize this one and comment, and if I put here, and if I put at the end A, there'll be some pattern left over, so starting with the BA, and if I put the N at the end, and this is one matching here, an N. So if I run the program, you see there's one match there, which is showing. So you have seen, the question mark example, condition, which is saying, is used to match 0 or 1 occurrence of the pattern left. This is how we can use, the question mark example. So next we'll see after that is the brace, probably, yeah, the brace. Why we'll use the brace condition? I'll show you how we can use the brace condition here. Okay, example 7. We'll copy from again the result from the top and paste it here to make it more quicker and simpler. So I'll comment this one and brace result. This is possible. Brace result, and I'm saying start with the PY and end with the N, end with the N, and you can match at most so 3. So I'm gonna okay, so PY THO and with the N. So if I print out now, brace result to give me the Python. So I'm saying the brace is used to check repetition of the pattern left to it and examples at most. And so it's starting with the PY followed by exactly three any characters. Exactly any characters like that. So and with the N. So here. So if I do PRO, so DRA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I put the G on the end, how many I am looking for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7. Exactly any character is 7. So this will give me the programming. So this is how you can use the brace, like in the string, inside the string, like the condition. And after the brace condition, what's next? And probably bracket. Okay, why do you use bracket? Okay, we'll go through the example, like how you can use the bracket. We're changing the those breakpoint. Example 8. Example 8. Bracket is used to specify a set of characters you want to match, like small, very simple, like so let me do it. As usual, we will take from there and use the bracket result. So what will the condition? We'll use the condition that inside this string, like find all the lowercase starting from from the A and all the way to let's say keep them. If I give you the Z, it will give you all the characters, whatever I hear, like all the characters. And so let's say we give the Z and then we'll run the result. It will give you the list and separate each character, you see. So all the way to YTH. Because the P as in capital letter, like they are uppercase, not the lowercase, like so they're giving all the lowercase character, like and if I do just H, A to H, only few characters will give me, like so starting with the H, here you find H, and then the G here, and then A again here, and the G here, like so this is how the square bracket is used to specify a set of characters that you want to match, like so starting from A to H, like from this string, like it will give me all the lowercase, like and the next we'll see how we can use the condition for probably backslash. So we'll see how we can use the backslash. Let us do it now. So how you can use that condition backslash. Backslash is used to escape characters, including all meta characters you can use, like so what we'll do, I'll just give you a quick example. Let's say we just write Python programming 2021, and a few things will change here. Backslash. and change it here as well. And so I want to find here /t all the digit, like, so if I just get here, just it'll give me all the digit, like, I'm escaping rest, like, I'm just going on with the digit. But if I use like a capital D, it will skip, like, and the digit, and it will give it all the text, like the character. So you see the special sequence, like, we have used in here. So this will match any decimal digit, and this will non-digit character, like, so you can see here, like, if I use capital D, it will give me all the character. If I use the small d, it will give me only the digit character, like, so this is how you can use the backslash, like, and after backslash alternation, like, this is similar to or, like, so how you can do it with the alternation example. So let me do it now. Example 10. Alternation is basically, it's a particle bar used for the or operator, either A or B or C, like, this is how we can use alternation, like, so let me do it now. So we'll use the condition here. So what we can do, we'll get one of the example from here, and we'll change a few things. Just a lazy program, like, just want to copy and paste, like, so alternation result, change the caret result to alternation result. So change it here. So I'm saying Python programming in basic, basic, and advanced. Learning. So I just put the sentence here: Python programming 2021 basic and advanced learning. So if I check, like, alternation result, which is a find all, I'm just going to put BASIC basic and alternation sign is advanced, and the text, like, I'm asking, like, if the alternation has the result, like, it will give me the yes match, and if it doesn't match, like, so it will give me false, like, no match, like, so instead of advanced, we will put the missing niche, let's say, the I'll change a few things. There, match. If I run the program now, yes, there is a match, like, so this is the basic there, like, so it's giving me alternation example, like, that inside the string I have a basic. Let's see if I change here, let's say NLP, natural language processing and machine learning, and it'll give me the there is no match there, like, so basically this is how you can use for Regex, like, the alternation. And so if I just change basic, right, there are other methods are available in modules, like a couple of them will go through here now. Okay, so you have seen in here that fuse \capital A, how you can do it with this, like it says that if you use the /A, that means match if the specified characters are at the start of the string, like so we can use the search functions in that case, like from the module. So how you can do it, like we'll copy the text from here, right, and we have the modules already on top here, like you can see we have imported module. And so what we'll do, so we have a text here, and we are going to find the search function. We'll use the search method, like let's see, result, sorry, dot search, see the search. So pattern, we're going to use the \A, and then we're trying to find out, let's say, excuse me, as Python is at the beginning, like and the string would be the text. But you can use the if and else excuse me, we can use the if else statement here, like to check, like whether it is found or not, like so what you can do, just copy it from there. So if result, if it's found, like then it will, yes, there is a match, because there is a beginning of the, if you run the program now, let's document those. Yes, there is a text in the beginning, like so that means without using the search functions, we can check, like whether the Python is in the beginning, like let's say if you started the programming and if you try to say, like whether it is in the beginning, like because the whole point is \A is will give you the result whether it is in the beginning, like but the programming is not in the beginning, in the middle. So if you run the program, you'll give it there or no, there is no match in the beginning. So this is how you can use the search function, like there are others methods are available in the modules, like I'm not going to go all of them, like but you can try yourself, or go through the modules documentations, and you'll find plenty of information over there, like if you get stuck, like so there's a few more hints in here, like just going to put in here. So we have covered the find all method. We did the search. You can use the split functions and sub method and match, like so but if you use the match and search, return none, like if there's no match found, like but if it's found, it will return the instance, and match object instance return, like so we went through, like a lot of example, like how you can use the modules and how you can use all the conditions, like and you can play with yourself, like And with combination of all of these, like you can make more complex conditions and patterns, like and one of the very important things, like if you play with this, like go to the website, and you will find plenty of resource there as well, like and you can write yourself the patterns, and it will give you the whether it is right or not, like it will give you the hints, like whether it is correct or not, like and it will give you the documentation what exactly it says, like what exactly it does, like if you look back yourself, we have covered quite a lot, like in this advanced Python tutorial, such as like we have covered decorator example, dictionary comprehension, list and set comprehensions. We have covered filter, reduce, map functionality in Python, how you can do it, like we covered generator example, like we did the slicing example, how you can work with the slice, like we did regex, like quite lengthy. We have covered also the object-oriented concept, like with this in this we have covered, like what is object-oriented programming, like what is inheritance, what is multi-level inheritance, what is encapsulations, like how you can do. We have covered polymorphisms, abstract classes, like a lot of important topics, like we have covered. All the codes will be in the GitHub repository, and you can download or fork from that repository, and you can play with yourself, like so I hope you enjoy, like and please do subscribe my channels, and please do let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, like and please suggest me how can I improve, like and so next we will cover, like the Django framework. So far we have covered, like Python basic, Python advanced. Now we'll cover the Django framework, like and also we'll cover the testing as well, like unit testing, all this stuff, like so you'll be more comfortable, like in the Python environment, like and it'll be very good for you for the Python interview as well, like and you can see yourself as a Python developer, like as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.